Hey guys, so here's your Friday programming. We are going to try to do a little fun game for the warm-up. Trying to come up with some fun stuff because warm-ups are getting pretty stale with not other people around to be able to do fun stuff. But yeah, we're going to try a version of pizza game. I don't know if this is going to work very well. So you're going to have something. If you took an ab mat home, you can use an ab mat. You can use a pillow. I don't have either of those here in the gym right now, so I'm going to use a clipboard, something that I can balance on my head. And we're going to go for 5 minutes. If you're pretty good at balancing, and I can hold this for 5 minutes, and it's too easy, right? So then I would go on my toes. So on that toe. So 1 foot, heels off the ground. I'm going to try to hold this. So if it lands on one side, it's burpees. If it lands on the other side, it's air squats. So I'll just pick, you can kind of figure out that for yourself. The ab mats have the flat side or the round side or the X or whatever. So I'm going to do the stand on one leg. I'm going to go on my toe because I can probably hold for a little while. Right, so I'm on my toe. I don't know how long this is going to go. Heels off the ground. Right? And then it goes, right? So it landed on the side that I got to do 3 burpees. Do my 3 burpees, right? And then now I'm going to go right into the next one to the other leg. Again, I'm on my toe, heels off the ground. Right, it drops again, lands on the other side, it lands on the same side. So I'm just doing the penalty of whatever it lands on. Then you switch legs each time. If standing on one leg is hard for you with balance, and you can put your heel flat or your foot flat on the ground. If this foot happens to go down, let it drop. Do the penalty. Like if you're doing this and then you do this and then go back up again, you should have to do one of those penalties, right? So just let the mat drop or the pillow drop or whatever. See how it goes. Hopefully it's a little bit of a fun game. Probably do this with the kids soon too. Yeah, so if then, so there's strength, you're gonna do some core stuff and some skill stuff. So the planks are gonna do all of the sides of planks. So these aren't weighted, but you're gonna do 30 to 45 seconds in a front plank, so body straight. Okay, trying to hold that. Once you kind of rest for, try not to rest for too long in between each one. So I'm going to go right into a right or left side plank first. I can put my hand up here, I can put my hand here. Keep this line head to toe straight and it's not sagging like this. Okay, and then we're going to switch to the other side. Okay, keep the line straight. So try to hold a minimum of 30. If you have 45 seconds of each of those in you, do that. We're not adding weight like we sometimes do. The hard part's going to be able to do them without breaking. So if you can, switch them that front plank in as little as possible time to the other plank so that you're not taking a minute between each one and then doing the other. Especially it's going to take you a long time to do that if you do that. So pistols, you're going to work on the skill. So we're going to just try to get better at pistols. So we're not really worried about the numbers too much. Those number 8 to 10 are kind of for people who, can do them, or say you're doing the training yourself with those bench ones or whatever. But that full pistol might be hard for you, but if you don't remember, full pistol, keeping that front foot off the ground. So that usually it's ankle mobility is the biggest thing for people. Core stability and kind of strength at the bottom of the squat, right? So we got to kind of keep trying to get more range of motion. We got to be able to keep our heel on the ground while we go down. If that heel comes up, the weight shifts forward, it's hard to keep my balance. So I can, so the drill that I would give a lot of people to do, if you know you can't, so let's test this, if you can't put your feet together, with your heels on the ground, right? So when I squat this way, I got my heels on the ground, my heels stay on the ground, right? So if I turn into that, and my heels come up, usually that tells me that my ankles aren't flexible enough, right? So this might be a good drill for you to work on. Maybe do 8 to 10 of these. And then mix in some of the other drills. Right? So just trying to keep the knees out, trying to keep the heels on the ground. Right? If you fall over, you fall over. Right? If you sort of go like this and then it's like, can't get up. Right? But that's going to help you loosen up your ankles, loosen up your, being able to get your knees out, hips, and then also chest up. Right? But we can use our regular progressions of things, so you can sit to a box or a step or whatever, but I still want to try to force that range of motion lower. So I don't want to just go 1, 2, like it's not a WOD, we're not trying to get the heart rate up with this, it's trying to work on getting deeper in the pistol. So I want to get a mat, something that's really low, right, and trying to keep control to this, right, so if maybe I can work on not actually sitting on it, just feeling it. Right, and then if that's okay, I'm going to try to stand on a plate or get a lower box or something, so I can work on trying to get, right, without that touching the ground. I could, if we want to try to do pistols without worrying about that ankle flexibility, that's usually when people stand on the plate, and that kind of takes that ankle flexibility issue away. But personally, if as a sort of I would be working on trying to help that ankle flexibility right now. So I don't always like that option because it doesn't always help you out, right? So it lets you do them in a workout, and then when you're told that you got to do them without a plate, you're kind of screwed, right? So yeah, 8 to 10 each side is what our kind of normal guidelines are. Spend about a minute on one side, then spend about a minute on the other side just working on it. It might be different. You could hold something, try to keep your balance, right? Counterbalance a little bit. You could. We don't really have a way to put those bands on the posts right now. So you're kind of stuck. Again, holding a doorway or a post. You can have your try to hold it as little as possible. That's usually the best way if you're close, right? But same idea, heels got to be on the ground. That's what we're trying to work on, and the knee's got to track in the right direction. So if the knee is basically pointed kind of directly over my big toe, usually that means I'm not going to fall over. If the knee kind of goes over my big toe, it's going to just collapse in that way. So if I keep this knee over my baby toe, that'll keep me up. If the knee goes, fall over, right? So kind of got to pay attention to that line. So there means fall over, usually there means pretty good, right? Generally, okay? Yeah, then we're going to do some, so don't worry about that too much as far as workout and like kind of muscle building. I want to be working on the skill, okay? So we're going to do dumbbell rows. So you got your bench or your steps or your chair or whatever. You're going to try to put your same side leg, knee on the bench, and then as your hand on the bench, back's going to be straight. I'm reaching down a straight arm, and I'm going to get that elbow as high as I can. I'm going to get the dumbbell to my chest, right? So let's stay straight, squeeze. Right, and I'm trying to use the muscles in the back, right, a lot, right? So I'm trying not to just kind of arm this thing up. I'm trying to squeeze at the top, really use the muscles in my back. Yeah, so again, 8 to 10 reps. Adjust based on your stuff. You could use a dumbbell for that without much change. It may not hit you the same on the chest. Again, if your dumbbell is light or heavy, you might need to adjust things. Like if it's so heavy that you can only do 5 on each side, do 5 on each side. If it's so light that 10 is easy, do more on each side, right? It basically should be a tough set on each side. If all you have is a barbell, then you would do more of a bent over row. So I would stand up a deadlift. I'm going to tip over to the knee, so straight back at the knee position, and then I'm going to pull same angle. The bar should kind of hit me just above the belly button, right? And I want to kind of visualize that straight line up, right? So I shouldn't be pulling it in this way. It's up, elbows high, and then same thing. Try to squeeze at the top. Try not to just like do that. Just squeeze and then let it down. Okay? So find a weight that you think you can do 10 reps, 8 to 10 reps. Yeah. Okay, and then the WOD, so 27, 21, 15, 9, 3 is going to add up. So burpees like normal, chest to the ground, chest touches the ground, jump and clap. Doesn't matter how you get down today. You can step down, jump down, step up, jump up. As long as you chest touches the ground and you get vertical and get off the ground with your hands over your head. Okay? Sit-ups, you can use ab mat sit-ups. So you can use this version with a straight leg, or you can use, bent leg, and this version with a straight leg. I'm going to touch the ground and touch my toes. But biggest thing is that my chest angle where I am right here is straight up or past, right? I can't stop here. So if you do these ones, that's not enough. It's all the way, okay? And then your squats today are any way you want to squat, okay? So whatever piece of equipment, it should be a squat that you can do a bunch in a row. So it could be like a front squat, right? It could be put it on your shoulder. It could be a back squat. It could be like whatever. You could kind of change this up as well. Should be something that I can do a lot. So maybe that 27, maybe I got a break once in there. That would probably be a good weight. Hard to follow these numbers if your weight's a little off, but it doesn't need to be hard. So if your weight's a little light, treat the WOD as more of a sprint. If your weight's a little heavy, know that you might be breaking those squats up a little bit more. Maybe you can go a little harder on the burpees, harder on the sit-ups. The squats might be broken up a little bit more. So if you have 2 dumbbells, if you need to use 2 dumbbells to make it like worthwhile, maybe you can hold 2 like this or 2 like this, right? To make it so that it's like say I'm doing 17 and 10, or a set of 17 and then a set of 10 to do my 27. I got to make it kind of worthwhile. If I've got the kettlebell, you can do goblet squats, but again, that's going to kind of kill the core after a while. I'd say if I was holding the kettlebell, I'd probably hold it like this after a while, so that this is a lot easier to hold on my front rack position. Okay. If you've got a bar, I would only use a bar if you don't have a dumbbell or a kettlebell for this WOD. It's supposed to be fast. If you have a bar, don't make it too heavy. So it's not a strength WOD. It's supposed to be what hurts about this WOD is that it's light and that you're kind of forced to hang on for longer than you want to. So if you're doing front squats, it should be a weight that you can kind of hold on to a bunch. You could also put the bar on your back and do back squats. So something that, like, just play around with a set before you start. Don't go too heavy on this. You don't want to be doing like 3 reps drop, 5 reps drop. It should be bigger than that, okay? So you're going to go 27 burpees, 27 sit-ups, 27 squats, 21, 21, 21, 15, 15, 15, 9, 9, 9, 3, 3, 3, okay? No time cap on this one, unless you need it. But if you've got the time, struggle through, you'll get there. It'll kind of feel like it's never going to end, and all of a sudden the numbers are going to get pretty small, and then you'll get there. Okay? Ask me questions, guys, if you have anything. Sometimes people do ask me some stuff, but I'm sure that there's some stuff that people are kind of not asking and kind of just assuming. So if you have any questions and you want to private message me as well, message me and find out if you're doing things right. If you want to send me videos, that's great too. Love to be able to help more than I can right now. So keep it going, guys.